What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex, also known as Zero. Of course, you're fighting game commentator extraordinaire. I used to do a lot of... I talk about games all the time. That's what I do. And today we're going to go through the Game Awards nominees. Voting is closed. The show is tomorrow. And I'm going to be on Tampa Never Sleeps commentating some Mortal Kombat 1 while this is going on live. So I don't get to watch it live. So as a consolation to myself, I will... predict the Game Awards is what I'm gonna do here, and we'll see how close I am. I'm gonna write them down as I predict them. You can follow along on the video of the VOD. This will go live well right after this, right? So you have the VOD available. It will be live on Twitch, because after this one I play some Control, and then we'll go into the YouTube video, which will be out tomorrow. I'm gonna go for the morning here, so then that way this is out before the release of the Game Awards here. So here we go. Our first one, the granddad. Hold on, let me look at all categories first. I can start from the bottom and work my way up to Game of the Year. I think that's probably gonna be ideal, because Game of the Year is like, that's the creme de la creme. So let's start from the bottom and work our way up to the top. Best esports event of the year between 2023 League of Legends World Championship, Blast TV Paris Major, Evo, Dota 2 Championships, and Valorant Championships. This is where some bias might come in, because Evo is a spectacular time for fighting game fans. And also, gosh, it seems a little unfair because League of Legends is also the world sport, esport, right? And their production is on such a grand scale that I don't think there's anybody coming close to that outside of maybe Dota. And of course, Valorant? You got two Riot games on here. So Valorant and League are definitely going to be able to help each other out. But I do think that League is going to take this one here. This will be awarded off stream, though. This is not going to have a stream award. So that will be best esport event. I'm going for League Worlds. I would love for Evo to win. I don't see Evo winning, though. All right, next category, best esports coach. I don't know any of you. Not a clue. Now, if there were Halo, that would be different. There's no Halo. Sorry, so I skip. Best esports team, Evil Geniuses, Fnatic, Gaming Gladiators, JD Gaming, and Team Vitality. Again, gonna skip here. I am externally watching these esports. I don't particularly watch Counter-Strike. I lean more towards Rainbow Six. I don't particularly watch Valorant either. I lean more towards Halo and Rainbow Six. Definitely don't watch MOBAs all that much outside of like League, and even then, I keep such a wide berth to keeping up with it, so that's tough for me here. I do know Evil Geniuses and Fnatic, and Team Vitality. I know those three teams. These two, not so much. So I'm skipping that one. 2 skips already. Here we go. Best esports athlete: Imperial Hal, Ruler, Hydra, Demon 1, Zaiwu, Faker. Out of this entire roster, all I got is Faker. That's it. And honestly, it seems as though Faker is at the pinnacle of esports competitors. I don't know if anyone coming anywhere near Faker's like strength here. I mean, Ruler maybe, but no, that's like, no one's coming near Faker's caliber here. But I imagine Faker takes that one. That'll be my guess here. I don't have a horse in this race either. I wouldn't have voted on it. But best esports athlete is, I got Faker on my pick. All right, best esports game. Man, we're getting through all of these first. Counter-Strike, Dota, League, PUBG Mobile, or Valorant? We're talking World's esport here. I have a sneaking suspicion League of Legends is going to take this one. Even though there was a Counter-Strike 2 this year, just the fan base of League is not going to let this one go. There's no way. It's got to be League. It's got to be League. There's no way. Content Creator of the Year, Cypher, PK, Spreen, Quackity, People Make Games, Iron Mouse. I don't know any of these. I feel like I know People Make Games. All right, most anticipated game of 2024. So this list will be interesting. It's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. Now, this is, for a lot of these other awards, I'm going to go between my own personal pick and what I think will win. So for most anticipated, let me get a little bit of adjustment on this game. Most anticipated, your most anticipated is Final Fantasy VII. This is a strong list. I'm good on 7 Rebirth. I'm not anticipating that one at all. I'm just like, it's there, it's gonna happen, cool. Hades 2. That's what I say. The Star Wars Outlaws looking like a good time. It's looking like the game I'm looking for here. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, also, especially hot after completing Yakuza 7. It was just like a dragon. Gosh. But Tekken 8 looks so good. All right, so my pick out of these 5. All right, so this is tough because I'm very much leaning on Star Wars. I'm very much looking forward to this Star Wars story in particular. What they showed off with the original trailer was really cool because of how the physics of the world actually interacted with each other, especially when it came to blaster bolts, which I thought was really cool. So I'm like really nerdy about it, not in the super fun way, but also like, you know, just how the game is going to work. Looks great. And the thing for me for Final Fantasy VII is going to be a serviceable like RPG. Totally fine. Hades, I'm getting more Hades. I'm totally cool on that. I'd be okay if there was not another Hades, but also I'm super happy there's another Hades. I'm looking forward to getting back to that world, and honestly I should play through Hades again. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I'm really looking forward to it. Tekken 8, I always do this for Tekken. Like, I'm just like, I can't wait to get into Tekken. I just don't have the time to do well enough at Tekken, but Tekken looks so good. But I'm stuck on Like a Dragon and Star Wars, and my personal pick is Star Wars for sure. Just Star Wars. My pick is Star Wars, but the one I think is gonna win, all right, so I gotta play the game here. I think this is such a gimme kind of vote here too. So Hades 2 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth are going to be the most likely to win this slot, hands down. It is between these 3 though: Final Fantasy VII, Hades, and Star Wars. And I think Final Fantasy VII wins. That's my pick. So Final Fantasy VII will win most anticipated game at the Game Awards. All right. Next category, best adaptation. So recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. Castlevania Nocturne, Gran Turismo, Last of Us, Mario Bros. Movie, and Twisted Metal. Now, first off, Gran Turismo, I'm happy for the actors, the people who worked on this and stuff, but this was already available on YouTube. You can watch this whole thing if you watch the real competition that this was based on. They had a gimme, they didn't have to expound on anything. It was already done. And it's a dramatization of the drama that they had. No. But good on them. The actor looks a lot like the real driver though. That's insane. Last of Us. Nah, man. So, out of all of these, my personal pick, gosh darn it, I'm caught between Mario and Castlevania. So, the problem I have with Castlevania, not 100% picking Castlevania, is I want more. And I know there's going to be more. At least I hope. But like, they did such a good job trying to expound upon the story that was already there, which is difficult to pull from if you're trying to go for Dracula X, because that game's story, you know, it's there. It's just taking their own creative liberty to make this story in general was really cool. And then Mario, just golly, the amount of stuff they put in there, like, I'm just referencing, just like, it could have been so bad, and Illumination Studio killed it. Just an excellent, fun ride. Wow, it was a Sony year of multimedia. All right, so my personal pick, best adaptation of the year, my personal pick was Castlevania. That's my personal. And I think the winner, this is gonna happen. The winner is gonna be between Last of Us and Mario. I guarantee Pedro Pascal's in the crowd. Guarantee. This is gonna be a tough one. It is absolutely between Last of Us and Super Mario Bros. Movie. It's a 50-50. I'm guessing Mario wins this one. I'm guessing Mario. All right, so next, best multiplayer this year. Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. All right, let's be real. Of this list, look, Street Fighter 6, a ton of fun. Baldur's Gate, ton of fun. The multiplayer experience seems like it's a great time. We've had this for a while in early access. The multiplayer experience now seems like it's a blast. My fiance's playing it right now, and she's having fun with it by the sounds of it. You know, but I feel like Baldur's Gate suffers the exact same problem that Mario suffers, in the regard of not everyone is necessarily in the driver's seat. Some people are going to see things that you don't really get to partake in, like, but Baldur's Gate creates the authentic, like, tabletop experience via game, and I think they nailed that. Party Animals is just a silly good time. And I think Party Animals deserves some love. Mario, though, I don't think that was it. Like, the shared screen and it having a hard time picking who it follows. I think, too, it follows whoever has the crown after winning the previous level. So it's not even the same player every single time. So in a family experience, right, maybe you have a young buck, young lass, trying to play some Mario, and they're not great at it, but for some reason they got the crown and the camera follows them. Well, you have to hope that they can advance through the level. Otherwise, you kind of just, you deal with it. Street Fighter 6, though, you know, of course, fighting games, but gosh, for best multiplayer. Best multiplayer. My personal pick, I'm giving to Party Animals. It's stupid good. It's funny. It's just funny. But the actual winner, I think it goes one of two ways. Either Baldur's Gate or Party Animals, and I think Baldur's Gate takes this. And I think that's a stretch. I think that's a bit of a stretch. This is a tough lineup. Diablo's nowhere near it. Street Fighter 6, unfortunately, is not going to take that, even though I like so much about Street Fighter 6. Mario is a wonderful time, but it's not holding a candle to Party Animals or Baldur's Gate. Best sports and racing game. All right, look at this. Okay, come on. Look at this lineup. You got EA Sports, Football Club, Formula 123, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Turbocharged, the Crew Motor Fest. What are we looking at here? You got two types of games on. You have simulation games, and you have two arcade games. Of the two arcade games, if you didn't play the first Hot Wheels, you're missing out. Hot Wheels Unleashed is a spectacular time, especially with their, course creator, and it's not necessarily your Mario Kart, but it's just like, it's gonna feed that imagination of whatever kid plays it, or even just, it takes me back to the old, there's this old RC racing game, it's called Revolt. Love that game. And it takes me back to that. And I always lean on Forza Motorsport for some of the best racing, always has been. But I've seen a lot of folks really dig the Formula 1 series. Now, my personal pick, I go for fun. I go for fun all the time. It's going to be Hot Wheels. It's got to be Hot Wheels. That's my personal. But the winner, I think the winner is probably gonna, I hardly remember Crew Motorfest coming out this year. And I don't think anyone does either. So that's not gonna take it. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 probably got swept on the rug a little bit there. I think Forza takes this. I think Forza's probably taking it. Speaking of Game Wars, did I see that crazy bingo card someone made for this? No, I did not. No, I did not. I'm going to go for my guess of the winner on this one is Forza. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm on this one here. I don't want to. Let's see. Oh, Fortnite Eminem live performance. I'll bet. Dredge sweep. Jeff accidentally says world premiere, even though he promised to phase out that phrase. Word. Nick spotted in the audience. I don't know who Nick is. Random celebrity who has never played a video game. Guaranteed. Destiny 2 ironically wins best community support. We're not there yet. Game industry layoffs acknowledged. Not happening. Not happening. That doesn't happen. Christopher Judge makes an even longer speech. He's presenting an award this year. I think they got him capped. Live Peaches performance from Jack Black. Man, that's probably happening. Baldur's Gate 3 wins Game of the Year. We'll get there. Little guy on stage. Little guy. All right. A crab is on screen. Something GTA 6. Yeah, that's the free space because we already got it. Bodyguard tackles person attempting to get on stage. Technical difficulties. Nah. Game industry layoffs not acknowledged. Absolutely happening. Gay. Okay. Expound. Pedro Pascal, we just talked about it. Guaranteed Pedro Pascal's there. Dave the Diver wins Best Indie. Okay. Silk Song. How is that not? Like, what? I thought that came out. Kojima scans Idris Elba into Death Stranding 2 live on stage. A woman is on stage. Five Nights at Freddy appearance. Elden Ring DLC trailer shows something fucked up. I don't think they're doing that this year then, right? Insane game dev drip. We'll see. All right. Moving on to the next category. Best Sim and Strategy. Advance Wars 1 and 2. City Skylines. Company Heroes 3. That was this year? I don't feel like that was this year. Fire Emblem Engage. And Pikmin 4. you know, Pikmin should win this. In my heart of hearts, Pikmin should win this, you know? It should. And it hurts because that's Advance Wars up there. That's Advance Wars. But there are fans of City Skylines. Fire Emblem Engage is... No way. No, that's not making it. So, of this... Y'all, hold on. We're missing some strategy games up here. Hold on. Wait. We're just gonna ignore the front mission games that got re-released? We're ignoring those? I need to pull up another tab. Fire Emblem was on tour for like a day or two and just... Yeah. We're not voting. Voting is closed. We are making our predictions. And my personal picks versus the prediction here. It's from an outsider. Yeah, Fire Emblem Engage got like snuffed really quickly. There was, I swear to God, there was way more strategy games than this year. But Endless Legend got a release this year? Or is that just my... No, that... Okay, hold on. Engage has been fun, but the fan base disregarded the game fast because it wasn't... Yeah, like, I thought that... Persona Tactica was too close. That's right, thank you. Persona Tactica was way too close to qualify for this. That's not even... You know, yeah, like, Engage... The thing that turned me off about Engage was, like, the whole... The soul grafting thing or whatever. It seemed like they were trying to do, what was it? The... Tokyo Mirage Session thing. The exact same thing with that. And I got really burned out on Fire Emblem because of the, yeah, with the emblems. Yeah. Like, I got really burned out on how many Fire Emblems hit back to back. Triangle Strategy was last year. Oh, God. Started doing some sushi. Oh, man. Yeah, that was January. It was Fire Emblem Engage. Dude, I'm telling you, there was another strategy game that was like dope this year. There's some games that did not make it. Yeah, Company Heroes 3 is on here. Like giving Ike to a healer and making them wreck shop. Making warrior. Like, how does that even work with the emblems? I didn't end up playing Fire Emblem Engage, I'll be honest. Dude, I'm trying to see. Chris, no. Maybe there wasn't all that much in strategy. Xenoblade was this year, wasn't it? No, the expansion was this year. The expansion came out this year. Yeah, there's just Advance Wars. Really? That's right. Redfall was in May. Oh my God. What about Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection? Come on. That's strategy. You know what? You know what? For multiplayer? Flash in the pan? Where's Exo Primal? Swap out Street Fighter for Exo Primal. Oh my God. Dude, I don't think... Yeah, there really just wasn't... I would laugh if Baldur's Gate 3 was in this. That'd be funny. The top half of the year, like, folks should really double check on that because there's a lot that came out. Just, Street Fighter deserves that spot this year, in your opinion? Yeah, no, I'm not saying, like, I don't think it wins any sort of multiplayer. Because that, when you put it down to brass tacks, it's just a fighting game at the end of the day. I say that, like, it's a fighting game, not like in a derogatory way, but like the multiplayer aspect of it is just that. Whereas I look at Grand Blue's multiplayer stuff, way more interesting. Hi-Fi Rush definitely deserved that. I need to play through that again. I need to finish it is what I need to do. God, yeah, there was no strategy games this year. Okay. Disgaea 7! Disgaea 7's not on here? Amateurs. Wardroof 2 came out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yo, I'm telling you, there was absolutely strategy games that came out this year. So bizarre. All right, so I've lingered on this one far too long. Best Sims strategy. So I've heard nothing but good things about Pikmin 4. So of these 5, I think way more people have played Pikmin 4. And it's definitely going to be Pikmin 4 taking it. My personal pick is unfortunately none of these on this one. I've not played any of them outside of the original Advance Wars, and that would probably be my biased pick, but everything I've heard about Pikmin 4 sounds spectacular, and that would probably sway me to like that. City Skylines, I've been wanting to play like a city builder lately. I've been on a 4X strategy kick this year for whatever reason. And you know what it is? It was that anime, how a hero prince turned the city from bankrupt into the strongest or whatever. It was an isekai. Crazy thing. Yeah, I definitely want to go back. I haven't played Pikmin since 2. So, all right. So next on the docket here. Best family game: Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. All right. Here's the problem here. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is not one of the best family games. Play that multiplayer. It is not. It's not. You haven't played since 1. It's so hard. It actually, play it again as an adult. It is much easier. Pikmin is very easy when you understand how to micromanage, because I was the same boat when I was a kid. Playing Pikmin 1 was the most nightmare game to play because I couldn't do it. But then playing it as an adult, I was so far ahead. I think I had like a whole week extra to beat the game, like in-game time, not like my personal. So yeah, in this category for best family, I hope Party Animals. We already got it on best multiplayer. My personal pick was Party Animals for best multiplayer. The winner I predicted Baldur's Gate. For this, it's gotta be winner is Party Animals. My personal pick would also be Party Animals. Like, it is just, there's no way this doesn't. I could see maybe Pikmin 4, but I don't think so. I think runner-up will probably be Pikmin 4. Sonic Superstars suffers a similar problem to Mario, as I recall, for its multiplayer, and just does not make for a good time. Best fighting game. Oh man, God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. That's out this year. I had no idea that was out. Pocket Bravery and Street Fighter 6. I mean, they're still announcing characters. Did that come out yet? I don't know. There's another game missing on here. Isn't there? There's another game missing on here. We're too late for Grand Blue. Y'all are lucky Grand Blue did not release earlier. That's taking this clean. So the problem with this, so for my personal pick, best fighting game, Street Fighter 6. That's my personal, hands down. It is a complete package, and there's so much to do outside of just fighting one-on-one or going on ranked or going on casual. Like, that World Warrior mode just kills it. It's so fun. It's so fun. And the way they introduce players to pick up fighting games and get, like, I think probably the best example of how well they built this game is that video I recorded of my coworkers playing Dynamic, and they didn't know the motions. Like, I tried the modern controls, and even then it was a little iffy for them, but Dynamic, they were able to have fun, able to perform really cool combos by just pressing buttons, and they enjoyed it. And I jumped on, and the fact that they could also keep up with me while I was playing on classic controls, like, it wasn't just a complete wash. Like, if they were mashing at it, I'd be like, all right, bro, you need to chill out. Like, but Pocket Bravery is actually a pretty cool title. Definitely check that out. Best fighting game, though, the winner, it's gonna be either Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, and I'm pretty certain Street Fighter wins this. I'm almost certain. The iffiness I feel is that Mortal Kombat has a lot more sway than what Street Fighter 6 does. Like, for whatever weird reason, I think it's gotta be the guest characters, right? Like, that's gotta be it. Of just, man, like, fatalities are so cool. Like, that is probably where a lot of votes are gonna go. That story mode, though, was spectacular in Mortal Kombat 1. It's really good. But I'm going for the guess with Street Fighter 6 as well. So those would be my picks. But I would not be shocked if Mortal Kombat 1 took it over that. Best RPG. Oh my god. All right. If the NRS fan base definitely will not live this down if MK takes this category. Whew. Best RPG. Okay. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P. Yo, hold on, quick aside. If MK takes this, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's really good, but that'd be crazy. Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. All right. This lineup. Lies of P, I wish weren't here. It should not be here. It should be an action. We'll see, because I don't know if it is in action. I hope it is in action, because it's not taking this category, but it does deserve a really good look. It's a fun title. I'm gonna go back and revisit it. Baldur's, oh, absolutely. Out of this lineup, Baldur's is taking this, which is but you gotta play the game a little bit too, actually. So you gotta play the Game Awards game. Baldur's Gate, we know the Game of the Year nominees for sure, and Baldur's Gate is one of them. There is potential that Baldur's Gate doesn't take this, and Final Fantasy gets its due here. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me double check the nominees. For Game of the Year. I'm doing it just down by the river. Let's see. Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4. Okay, so no, Final Fantasy is not here. So Final Fantasy is taking this. Final Fantasy is absolutely taking this. No question. No question, Final Fantasy takes this. And that's only because Baldur's Gate is in Game of the Year. No question. Now, my personal pick out of these 5. Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers for Baldur's Gate. Or Final Fantasy. Because one day it comes out on PC, we all play it. So my personal pick, best RPG. I kind of wish Cyberpunk were here. I think it's here elsewhere, but I wish Cyberpunk were here. Gosh, I'd love for Sea of Stars. Best RPG, my personal pick out of this lineup. Yeah, it's so much. Out of this lineup, my personal pick. I'm torn. I'm torn between. Well, honestly, my only honest pick would have to be Baldur's Gate, because that is the one I've for sure played. Check out the VOD on YouTube.com. By the way, the VOD is already on the playlist. Maybe I add it at the end card here. Who knows? I would love for Sea of Stars to get its due. I would love for that to get its due, because I think this is the same studio that made The Messenger, and I think they definitely should get their praise for sure. I haven't played it though, unfortunately. Chained Echoes came out last year, I'm pretty sure. No, 2022. End of 2022 though. But yeah, I think the winner for this category will be will be Final Fantasy 16. I'm playing the Game Awards game on that one. I think it does take that. Best action. This is where I wish Liza P were. Liza P should be here. So these two, oh man. Actually, wait. Man, Jedi Survivor. These Star Wars games deserve some credit. No, I saw Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. And remembering how much that blew up on the internet for like the longest time. Like, that was big. Best action adventure. No Dead Space, huh? All right. Some recency bias on here. Is that what we got? Even though Resident Evil came out earlier this year, and same thing for Zelda, but you know, these three here. You didn't want to put Dead Space here. You didn't want to put Liza P here. You know. That's how we feel. That's how we feel. Okay. So recency bias is going to be an issue. I think of these five, my personal pick for best action adventure. We're working our way towards Alan Wake 2. I've heard a lot of great things, but I haven't been like, I'm waiting for that hit for Alan Wake 2. Okay. Waiting for that hit. Resident Evil 4 was a phenomenal time, a great remake, a great change to that story and pacing. But ultimately it also feels like the same game in so many regards, but also just, I want to play Resident Evil 4 again. Like, come on. Personal pick, caveat, I've not played Alan Wake 2 yet, and I will be. That's why we're going through Remedyverse games. So it's between these four. This is the asterisk category. My personal pick. Dang. So right off rip, I'm axing Spider-Man 2. It's more Spider-Man, which is great. It's good. It's totally fine. But it's just more Spider-Man, which is fine. It's not a knock on it. It's just more. And I'm already caught between Resident Evil and Tears of the Kingdom. I could say Zelda's just more Breath of the Wild, but they opened up the sandbox with the God Hand. That's what it is. And I've heard a lot that the timing of when you play Tears of the Kingdom will determine how much you enjoy it. So if you play it right after you play Breath of the Wild, you probably will be turned off more to Tears of the Kingdom. If you play Breath of the Wild back when it came out and then came here, it's a whole new experience for you. plus God Hand. And gosh, like the memes around God Hand and how creative that was and solving puzzles, it is more Breath of the Wild, but that adds more creativity and fun to the game. Because like, much like for Baldur's Gate, right? Like how you can experience it in different ways than, you know, other people. That is kind of the same thing for Tears of the Kingdom. So I see more potential on Tears of the Kingdom than I do Resident Evil 4. Because Resident Evil 4 does have that, I can get good at the combat, I feel good, it's a great story presentation, great remake. God Hand mechanic is patent pending. Well, it's because that's what they wanted to do in Breath of the Wild. And then they were like, oh, people are really into this. What if we just made that a thing? And then they just threw that in for Tears of the Kingdom. Yo, this is tough. Personal pick. I gotta... Dude, I loved Resident Evil 4, man. But also... Best action adventure! Fuck! Alright. I'm giving it to Tears. That's my personal pick. The winner? The winner of this category, it's gonna bounce between... It's just so open. Tears of the Kingdom is just so open. Like, you're not... No one is playing it the same way. Very much like how Breath of the Wild. It is ultimately... The same knock that I gave Spider-Man was like, it's just more Spider-Man. But Spider-Man's play is just very linear of just like, do the sneaking, do the combat, da-da-da. But the way you saw puzzles in Tears of the Kingdom in such an obtuse way, like, yeah, it's still... Breath of the Wild was good. And then maybe you just want more of that. Maybe, but a new mechanic with it. And that's where God Hand comes in. For best action adventure, though, I think recency bias leans into this. And also keeping in mind, Game of the Year list is all three of those games. Alan Wake, actually all four. Alan Wake, Spider-Man, Resident Evil 4, and Tears of the Kingdom. So this is going to be a wild card because it's going to be these four. Unfortunately, Star Wars is not going to be anywhere near that. I think Alan Wake takes this. I think Alan Wake is taking it. It's gotta be. Which is like, I think Resident Evil is gonna get snubbed a lot. And I think Spider-Man 2, despite it being more recent, is probably gonna be like, all right, cool. It might actually take that one. I feel like I'm gonna be wrong and that Spider-Man 2 takes action adventure. But I locked it in. The winner is gonna be Alan Wake. But I would not be shocked if it was... I'm gonna note that. Not shocked if Spider-Man. Okay. Best. All right, what the fuck? Why? Why best action adventure and then best action? What's the first one by Overlay is covering it? Oh. The first one was Alan Wake 2. First one was Alan Wake 2. This next one. Best action is Armored Core. Or Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. Give Armored Core its due. Give Armored Core its due. Please. Jack, come here. I have not had a worse post-game depression than I've had after beating Armored Core 6. Things didn't taste right anymore. Like nothing. There was nothing out there that could... It is There is nothing that replaced the feeling that this game gave me. After, like, once it was gone, it was gone. That was it. I've done everything in that game. Without a shadow of a doubt, best action, my personal pick is Armored Core 6. The one that wins? This sucks. It's between Hi-Fi Rush and Armored Core 6. Ghost Runner is probably also in that lineup too, but I've not heard anyone talk about Ghost Runner. It's too close. I don't know of that many people that play Ghost Runner, but I might do a run of that, honestly. There's no way I have time for it. I'll have to do it on vacation, I'll be honest. Personal is absolutely Armored Core 6. The best action game winner, it is a 50-50 coin toss, hands down, between Hi-Fi Rush and Armored Core. And I think Hi-Fi Rush is going to take it here because they're going to want to give Hi-Fi its due. And it did something very unique. It was very cool. Beautiful game. I want to go back and play through it. Best VR AR. Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil Village, VR mode, and Synapse. This one I'm going to skip. I've heard great things about Humanity. I've heard great things about, I've seen things on Resident Evil Village VR, and it's just a blast. Gran Turismo 7. Horizon has a VR game. Yeah, it is a separate, like, title. It's like a spin-off. Best mobile game. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Honkai Star Rail, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil. I'm going to go out on a limb, and this one, I have to say, opinions are my own. They mean nothing. They mean nothing. I think Honkai is taking this one. There's no way it doesn't. There's no way. But, like, come on. Anyways, moving on. Best debut indie game. Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, Viewfinder. Why was Dredge on the bingo? I've done none of these. I remember people memeing about Pizza Tower. Hear a lot of great things. Viewfinder was a very fun concept, and I definitely want to play that. Especially, like, puzzles where you solve perspective with photographs seems really cool. And then I guess something about Dredge, so this one I'm skipping as well. Best indie game. Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, Viewfinder. Jeez Louise. This is a tough one. Because I love the concept and idea of Viewfinder. Sea of Stars, I want this team to get their due. Not that these folks don't deserve their due. And someone said something about Dredge. I don't know, man. I haven't heard of Dredge. Actually, I have heard of Dredge. That's not true. I've heard of Dredge. But I've definitely not heard of Cocoon. I feel like I heard it in passing and just completely forgot about it. So I want to revisit these. But, yeah, haven't played any of these. I've heard good things about Dave the Diver, like folks having fun with that. Like, it was a good year for indies, by the sounds of it. And I've heard the battle music for Sea of Stars. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to playing Sea of Stars. I'll give a guess. I'll guess it's going to be between Dave the Diver and Sea of Stars. I think Sea of Stars takes this. That's my guess. That is my guess. All right, best community support. Let's go. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, Destiny, Final Fantasy 14, and No Man's Sky. This is going to be a very volatile award. If Destiny wins this, it's the same lineup every year except Baldur's Gate and Cyberpunk. If Destiny wins this, there's no way it does. Well, no, not this year. Absolutely not. Absolutely not this year. Not that they didn't do a good job, but their most recent content, yeah. So, okay, hold on. Wait. Gotta separate the game from community support. Final Fantasy almost wins this all the time, I'm pretty sure. I think this will be between Final Fantasy and Baldur's Gate. So, who won Best Community last year? Final Fantasy. Oh. Yeah. It was Final Fantasy. I'm going to see historically. Sheesh. Okay, hold on. (2021) was Final Fantasy. 2022, Final Fantasy. 2020, Fall Guys. 2019, Destiny. 2018, nope, no Best Community Support. Okay. This year's winner, it's gotta be Final Fantasy 14. It's gotta be. Winner will be Final Fantasy 14. My pick, my personal, come on. It's Final Fantasy 14, y'all. I mean, come on. I don't know. Like, what could they do wrong? Best ongoing. All right, so Apex Legends. Yo, we might change up the song. This has been going on for like an hour. Hold on. What's a oh my goodness. Who knows? All right, so best ongoing. Apex Legends, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin. I can't count Cyberpunk as best ongoing. Genshin Impact's most recent content has been phenomenal. I don't know how they do it. Okay. Apex Legends. Out of this one, best ongoing? I think this is a tie between Final Fantasy and Genshin. Like, Fortnite, maybe. Genshin really kicking up, you think so? My personal will be Final Fantasy 14, of course. The best ongoing winner? I think Genshin will probably take it. I think you're probably right on that. The story's kind of wow right now. Everything from the music, voice acting, world, story, quests, and the events. Might be that. Because Final Fantasy 14 is in there like, all right, they're downward, right? Of just like, okay, cool. The exhale before we start, a new inhale again. All right. Gains for impact. A space for the unbound. Chance of Sonar. Goodbye Volcano High. Shia, Terra Nil, and Venba. I've not played any of these. I will skip on this one. Unfortunately, not really heard of any of these either. I think Goodbye Volcano High I have heard of, but not enough. Innovation and accessibility. Diablo 4, Forza, Hi-Fi, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter 6. This one... This was interesting. It's going to be... Forza usually kills this one. Like, their accessibility features are like top notch every time in Forza. I think Forza takes this. My personal is absolutely Street Fighter 6. Absolutely. Just the ease of being able to pick up Street Fighter 6, hands down. Like, that is amazing what they did. What they achieved is spectacular. Best performance. We have Ben Starr as Clive in Final Fantasy 16. Cameron Monaghan in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Idris Elba as what's his name in Cyberpunk? No, I can't remember his name. Melanie LeBird in Alan Wake 2. I will know who that is. She's the cop. The new main character. Neil Newbin, Baldur's Gate 3. That is Astarion. Yuri Lowenthal, get out of here. Come on, it's Neil. Neil? Come on. You know what's a crime? What is a crime here? A blatant crime to best performance? No. Shang Tsung. Alan Lee. Alan Lee needs to be on this list for best performance. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 1? Spectacular performances, especially Ben Starr. Look, so this one's gonna be tough. Unfortunately, Alan Lee's not on here. That's a crying shame. Alan Lee should be there. Jen Fox. Who's Jen Fox? Jen Fox? Megan Fox? Best performance out of this list. So here's what it's going to be. This is going to be the meme fight. These two, Ben Starr and Neil, are going to be neck and neck for this one. Neck and neck. Have you seen Ben Starr's campaign on Twitter as Clive? This is going to be terrifying. I think, though, that my personal pick is absolutely Astarion. Neil Newbin. Absolutely. Absolutely. The winner, though? Also, remember, Neil Newbin was Heisenberg in Resident Evil Village. The winner of this one... I feel like Melanie is going to be a freaking wild card. I have a sneaking suspicion she's going to come out of nowhere. Because it's split between these two, and she takes the lead. I think the winner is probably going to be Ben Starr. No! No. Oh, this is tough. It's gonna be Neil. It's gonna be Neil. Ben Starr will be close. Wild card is Melanie. Absolutely. That's going to be a scary one. Best audio design. We have Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. All right. The audio design of Hi-Fi Rush is the entire game. Everything about it is in rhythm. The entire world. The way you fight is in rhythm. Like, that's a huge feat. And a very fascinating mechanic. Resident Evil 4 sound feels good to shoot, feels good to play. Alan Wake, I'm sorry, have not played you yet. Dead Space though. Ugh! I need Dead Space to get something this year. Something. That's the only thing it got. That's my personal pick. Personal is... Did I say Hi-Fi anywhere? Oh, Best Action was the winner. Bet. All right, so my personal pick, Dead Space. You and I played the Game Wars game. But the winner... Winner's going to be Hi-Fi. There's no way. There's no way it's not Hi-Fi. No way. No way. Best score and music? Well, it ain't Baldur's Gate. That's for sure. I ain't getting down by the river ever again. Best score and music. All right, personally, I'm sorry, you're the asterisk here all the time. Hi-Fi. Personally, it's Hi-Fi. It is like, come on. But I think you might be right on it. That's Masayoshi Soken? Yo, that winner's gonna be Final Fantasy. yeah, the winner's definitely gonna be Soken. I'm sorry. Best art direction. Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi, Lies of P, Super Mario Wonder, or Tears of the Kingdom Wonder. So this one's actually not so bad. Personally, I'm very torn between Wonder and Hi-Fi Rush. Beautiful games, beautifully animated. A great refresh for Mario, like just absolutely adorable. And Hi-Fi Rush, again, just the style of this world. Like, Hi-Fi, quite frankly, should win anything to do with art direction. Quite honestly. Like, its design in and of itself is so unique. Like, it should win quite a bit. It's unfortunately overshadowed by so many great games. But what it does well, it does really well. Also, Liza P, I gotta give a shout out to Liza P. The water when you get wet and dry your shirt was insane. That was cool. I know we talk about it like in Uncharted, like, man, his pants got wet. Y'all need to watch when Pinocchio gets his shirt wet. It's pretty cool. But my personal picks are torn between Hi-Fi Rush and Mario Wonder. I'm giving this one to Mario. God, no, I want to give it to Hi-Fi. I kind of got to give it to Hi-Fi. Hi-Fi, yeah, because it's seamless between gameplay and the actual cutscene. Alan Wake 2 might be it, though. Like, that's going to be... Alan Wake 2 will be the asterisk so often in this. The actual winner for art direction here... I got a sneaking suspicion Alan takes this. But I also think I have confidence. I have confidence Hi-Fi is the winner here. I have confidence. But I will give it to Alan Wake asterisk. The best narrative. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. This is a tough one. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty, Final Fantasy 16, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Shoot. 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 All of the, I'm pretty sure all of these deserve this award. I mean, obviously they got nominated, but any one of these could win. Any one of these could win. I think Cyberpunk will probably have the hardest time because it's like Phantom Liberty. It seems like it's really short. I'm not done with Phantom Liberty yet, but it seems like it's pretty short. But the narrative thread they do have in there, as far as the types of experiences you have, it is very much like a spy thriller. I think yeah, they all should. I'll be honest. In the order ceremony, they bring extra trophies to hand out. Like, all of you did splendid this year. Gosh darn it. God damn. Baldur's Gate is just enticing in the way they always have the carrot at the end of the stick. I'm always itching to find out more. I need to get back on Baldur's Gate real bad. Final Fantasy 16, I've heard, is quite the tearjerker. Marvel Spider-Man 2, I've heard, outside of spoilers, so you need to play this story if you like Spider-Man. And I do love me some Spider-Man. So this one, I can't do a personal pick on, because out of these, I've only got 2 of them under my belt, Baldur's Gate and Cyberpunk. And the other 3, I gotta wait for Final Fantasy 16 to come to PC, and same for Spider-Man 2. And Alan Wake 2 is right after I beat Control, which I should be playing right now. But we're going straight to winner pick. Ooh. 25% chance of being right, because I don't think Cyberpunk makes this. I think this is, all right, so I'm narrowing it down. I think it's a 50-50 between Alan Wake 2, from what I understand, between Alan Wake 2 and Final Fantasy 16. But Spider-Man, though, I think the winner for this really hard category is going to be Alan Wake 2. That's my guess. All of them could potentially take that, though. Best game direction. It's a crime that Hi-Fi Rush is not here. I would have given Hi-Fi Rush this category and let Mario take the... Actually, I would have given it a Hi-Fi still for the art direction. All right, so best game direction. All right, look here. Baldur's Gate. My personal is Baldur's Gate. Come on. Baldur's Gate. Like, yes, it's stuck within the confines of being a video game, but they also let you do darn near everything that you can do in 5e. Like, come on. Like, there is no other game that is outside of Tears of the Kingdom, but Baldur's Gate took what Tears of the Kingdom could do and made it, like, the possibilities even larger. Like, those two are cut from the same cloth. Yeah, exactly. The actual winner for best game direction, I think it is a double up for me here. Like, I think Baldur's Gate is going to take best game direction. I have a funny feeling about this one here. We've made it. We made it to the final One Direction. Right. Mario Wonder is spectacular, actually, in their design. Like, it's so much fun. It's so unique, silly, interesting. It is actually really good. I want Mario Wonder to... I didn't pick Mario Wonder for anything. Mario Wonder deserves something. All right, here we go. Final award, the granddaddy of them all. It won't take Family Game. It'll probably take Family Game. It'll probably take it. You know what? I'm noting that on Family Game. Probably Mario. All right. Game of the year. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Mario Wonder, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'll tell you right now, from my personal pick, there's no way Mario takes it. There's no way Tears of the Kingdom takes it. Tears of the Kingdom hit way too early this year, so folks are going to talk about it a lot. I think folks need to revisit it, and I know that folks have recently. Spider-Man, like I said earlier, it's Spider-Man again. And that is not a knock. They've added some unique features, did some really cool stuff in the technical end. It's a fun game. That's it. So that leaves me Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, and Resident Evil 4. And if I'm going personal pick, asterisk being not played Alan Wake 2, personal game of the year pick, y'all, hear me out. Hear me out. Baldur's Gate 3. It's a phenomenal game. It's so fun. The stories that you can have in that game, the shenanigans that go on. It's a good time. There's a lot to discover, to learn, fool around with the sandbox that is Baldur's Gate 3. Co-op works well too. Good to know, good to know. And they create the tabletop experience right there on your computer. There's so much to play and check out. I think the game, though, suffers from the restrictions of it being a video game. And much like how I said Spider-Man's more Spider-Man, it's not a knock. That's not a knock on Baldur's Gate. The possibilities of playing an actual D&D game are infinite. Like, it's crazy. And they've done a tremendous job at emulating the tabletop experience. I think that's great. Yeah, you stretch as far as your imagination in an actual tabletop experience. Baldur's Gate, in its narrative decision, not narrative, but dialogue options, it's very limiting. There's some situations that just seem a little iffy. Everyone's horny in that game. The game system itself can be a little bit finicky. It's very punishing. Especially as somebody that I want to play and commit to my choices. I do that, but also I have to save frequently just to make sure. Yeah, I said that, making fun of the perceiving that you failed to perceive something. Yeah, the gamification of Baldur's Gate is very blatant, right? Yeah, so I find myself saving quite often just to make sure that I don't have a situation where the game does not work correctly, like if a misclick happens or an interaction that I didn't expect happens. I think that's dust, but I think it's just this giant mosquito up there. I can't tell. There shouldn't be mosquitoes winter. Yeah. Resident Evil 4 took a classic game, rebuilt it, built it in a way that made a little more sense in flow, especially when it came to maps. Maybe fall in love with the game all over again. didn't repeat the same tropes they have from the original, but also stayed very true to the original. It wasn't a one-on-one remake like Dead Space was this year, but it is. I mean, Dead Space kind of did the same thing, right? Like, for the most part, Ishimura looked exactly the same, with a couple rooms kind of flipped around a little bit. But Resident Evil 4, and just changing that experience, and me coming in, like, if y'all saw my playthrough of Resident Evil 4 that released earlier this year, I came in cocky going, I just beat Resident Evil 4. Like, I'm good. I know how to play Resident Evil 4. And got my ass kicked. And once you get over that skill curve of like, okay, cool, this is how you play it. Like, the game is so fun. You feel really good when you do well. It has challenges still that Resident Evil 4, as a big fan, I played about every other year, it seems like. Like, this game just, like, refreshed that experience, and I had so much fun with it. And that's why my personal pick this year is certainly, it's going to be Resident Evil 4. It's a much shorter experience than Baldur's Gate, and Baldur's Gate is a phenomenal game. It's tough, but in terms of me being hung up on things that aren't that bad at all, Baldur's Gate is a spectacular game. My pick is Resident Evil 4 because of how much fun I had, how much I appreciated that experience. Would love to go back. And it's out of this list, mind you, because I do, at the end of the year, want to do a top 10 list of my picks in no particular order. Just like, these are games that I like this year that I think you should not skip out for 2023. Yeah, how well they honored the original game and yet made it brand new. There's so much of it. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 is definitely my personal pick on this one. But the actual winner, it's not going to be Baldur's Gate 3. There's no way. I think Baldur's Gate will get its game direction win. It will absolutely get its RPG win. Personally, I think it will, but I think they're going to give it to Final Fantasy 16 because Final Fantasy 16 isn't going to get anything else this year. Except for score. It will definitely get score. But for... Yeah, no, I'm just saying that if you're playing the Game Awards game, that because there's a panel that gets voted on, and the panel does get to vote for these games. They all get the same list, but they all think about it like, all right, well, my game of the year pick is like, say for example, they chose Alan Wake 2 as their game of the year pick, and look the rest of these games on this list of game of the year and go, okay, well, you know, Final Fantasy 16 is on best score, we'll give it that, and Spider-Man 2 is on the best action adventure, so we'll give it that. And I did say best action adventure is Alan Wake. I think that's where they give it to Spider-Man, though. I might go back on that and say it's Spider-Man, because I'll be honest, I think Alan Wake takes Game of the Year, and Spider-Man will get the action adventure. So yeah, that's my winner pick. I feel like I'm wrong here. I feel like I'm wrong. I feel like... I got the sneaking suspicion that I am wrong. Suddenly. I suddenly feel like Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win it. Ooh. It won't. No, it won't. Baldur's Gate 3 will not win Game of the Year. So the Alan Wake pick, I'm banking on recency bias the most here. Of the two, of these six, your four rather, will be Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man, Baldur's Gate, Alan Wake. They're going to ignore Resident Evil 4 and Mario Bros. I think out of the 4 of Wake, Gate, Spider, and Tears, Spider-Man and Tears, it might be Alan Wake and Spider-Man gets knocked out, and it's between Baldur's Gate and Tears of the Kingdom, but Zelda got Game of the Year when it came out. Breath of the Wild did. So it might be a Baldur's Gate year. I'm torn. I'm torn. I'm torn. All right. So here's the lock. Because now I'm thinking about the wild card that's going to screw this up is the best action adventure, because Alan Wake and Spider-Man are both in there. God's Hand could tilt in Zelda's favor. I don't think Zelda makes it again. They're not going to give it to Zelda again. Because if Spider-Man wins best action adventure, it's Alan Wake Game of the Year. But if Alan Wake wins best action adventure, it's Baldur's Gate winning Game of the Year. And I honestly think that it's not going to be Alan Wake in best action adventure, even though I locked that in. It's start draw by flowchart. If I already got it written down. It's Alan Wake is my winner for best action adventure, but I would not be shocked if it was Spider-Man. For Game of the Year, I wrote down Alan Wake 2 is probably going to win, but I'm torn because I think it's going to be Baldur's Gate 3. Because all year, I've been like, there's no way Baldur's Gate 3 makes Game of the Year. There's no way. But looking at this list, I think there is a strong shot. But people are really talking up this Alan Wake 2. Yeah, Starfield was on for best RPG, I think, or something. Dude, this is tough. It's tough. So there you have it. That's the list. I'm sticking to my guns here. We'll see. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern is when the Game Awards kick off. I'll at least watch the first 40 minutes, because right after that, I'm headed to Tampa Never Sleeps for Mortal Kombat commentary. And picking this out actually took a little bit longer than I thought.